Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Fall Convocation 2008. Would you please join our vocalist, Kaylee Harrison, in the singing of O Canada, and then please remain standing for the invocation.
Creator God, we invoke your blessing at this special time in the lives of these members of our university community, whom we honor today. We thank you for the opportunities at this university to learn, to excel, and to lead. We praise and offer thanks for the unique gifts bestowed upon the students who convocate today from the University of Saskatchewan, the faculty and staff who have taught and given support and encouragement, and the family members and friends who have offered patience, support, and love. Today, we do well to repeat the teaching. Do not seek to follow in the footsteps of the heroes of old. Instead, seek what they sought. In the end, it is a vision of something beyond the human that truly inspires us. We reach toward something transcendent, toward truth, beauty, justice, perfection, wisdom, and goodness. May these qualities be instilled in these graduates and in all of us. Amen.
Would you please be seated? Once again, graduands, families, and distinguished guests, welcome. My name is Lee Pennock. I'm the University Secretary, and I have the honor of introducing to you the members of the colorful platform party which you see before you. Beginning in the front row, at my far left and your right, Graham Scholes, Dean of the College of Agriculture and Bioresources, Grant Isaac, Dean of the Edwards School of Business, Lorna Butler, Dean of the College of Nursing, Brent Cotter, Dean of the College of Law, Trevor Crow, Associate Dean of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, Fred Remillard, Associate Dean of Research and Graduate Affairs in the College of Pharmacy and Nutrition, Jillian Muir, Associate Dean of Research at the Western College of Veterinary Medicine, Janusz Kozinski, Dean of the College of Engineering, Peter McKinnon, our President, Art Dumont, Chair of the Board of Governors, Vera Pezer, our Chancellor, Paul-André Crépeau, recipient today of the Honorary Doctor of Laws, Karen Chad, Vice President, Research, Walter Linklater, our Elder, Jocelyn Schreimer, Member of the Legislative Assembly for Saskatoon-Sutherland, the Reverend Andre Lalach, University Chaplain, Marianne Schneider, President-elect of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association, and Kelly McInnes, Director of Academic Services and Financial Assistant, and the Registrar. In the second row, Ernie Barber, Vice Provost, Teaching and Learning, Lynette Stamler, Assistant Dean of the College of Nursing, Len Haynes, Associate Dean, College of Education, Adam Baxter-Jones, Associate Dean of the College of Kinesiology, Nicholas Ovsenek, Associate Dean, College of Medicine, Angela Ward, the recipient this afternoon of the Master Teacher Award, Sarah Bueller, recipient today of the Award for Distinction in Outreach and Engagement, Dan Pennock, Associate Dean of the College of Agriculture and Bioresources, Beth Horsberg, Associate Vice President Research Health for the University of Saskatchewan and Vice President Research and Innovation for the Saskatoon Health Region, Neetha Dick, Dean of Nursing at SciAst, Brooke Dobney, Associate Dean of the Edwards School of Business, Robert Harasimchuk, President of St. Peter's College, and members of the university's Senate, Diane Boyko, Faye Puckett, Leanne Abel, William Gulka, Shirley Haynes, and Laurel Krause, and Josie Steeves, President of the USSU and a member of our Board of Governors, and Judy Buzowetsky, a member of our Board of Governors. And behind them, and I would ask them to stand, members of the faculty of the University of Saskatchewan. Would you please join me in expressing to all of these faculty, administrators, and members of our governing bodies our thanks for the work that they have done by supporting, teaching, and encouraging our graduates.
Éminent chancelier, dans l'intérêt du Sénat de l'Université de la Saskatchewan, je présente Paul-André Crépeau. Dr. Crépeau will not be known to all members of the audience this afternoon, but I can assure you, you are about to honor one of Saskatchewan's and Canada's most distinguished citizens. Saskatchewan is a province that has served Canada well, particularly in the ways in which we have shared some of our most talented sons and daughters with the rest of the country. We usually think in this respect of captains of industry, distinguished political leaders, or sometimes famous scientists whose roots are deep in Saskatchewan soil. It is no different with Paul-André Crépeau, but in some profound ways, his contributions to our country, though perhaps less well known, are even greater. First, let me share with you a bit of his life and career. Paul-André Crépeau was born in Gravelbourg, Saskatchewan in 1926. His father, a well-known and highly respected lawyer, died early in life. Paul and his mother and family moved to Ontario when he was 17. He continued his education in central Canada, where he earned degrees from the University of Ottawa and Université de Montréal. He was a Rhodes Scholar, studied the common law and comparative law at Oxford University in England. He furthered his studies in civil law at l'Université de Paris, earning degrees there and at the International Faculty of Comparative Law. Now you may be saying to yourself, is this the career of a distinguished Canadian or merely a lifelong student? Well, in a way, the answer is both. Let me continue. Professor Crépeau returned to Canada to take up teaching and research at McGill University in Montreal. He has served as a member of the faculty at McGill for over 50 years and is presently Director Emeritus of the Center of Private and Comparative Law at McGill, an institute which he founded. He and his remarkable wife Nicole, without whose support this career would not have been possible, reside in Montreal. But it is not the longevity of his career as a law teacher and scholar that is nearly as remarkable as his achievements. He is one of the founders of the academic tradition in law in Quebec. He has been an international leader in the development of the law of obligations and private international law. To the present day, he continues to contribute to the development of private international law around the world. He is the only Canadian to have served as president of the prestigious International Academy of Comparative Law, which he did from 1990 to 1998. Under his leadership, the Academy, the leading forum for work on comparative law in the world, prepared itself for the challenges of globalization. His influence on the development of principles of international commercial contracts is legendary. This leadership was recognized by the Canadian Bar Association, the National Association of Lawyers in Canada, with the creation of the Paul-André Crépeau Medal in International Commercial Law. And here I have only scratched the surface of his achievements. His greatest contribution at home is, in my opinion, his work on the Quebec Charter of Rights and his leadership in relation to the Quebec Civil Code. For those of you who are not familiar with the civil law of Quebec, and here, Professor Crépeau, I apologize for this crude shorthand, very much of the law of Quebec, and certainly its civil law, is codified, that is, written down in an elaborate code. Let me briefly turn to his work in respect of his achievements regarding the civil code and quote from his dean at McGill Law School, Nicholas Cassirer. His contribution to the genesis of the reform of Quebec private law from 1965 to 1985 is perhaps best known and celebrated in Canada and around the world among legal scholars. His own stamp on the project enabled it to become not merely a law reform project, but one of the great instruments through which Quebec society would express its maturity within a bilingual and bicultural Canada following the Quiet Revolution. This work has earned him the affectionate title of the spiritual father of the Civil Code of Quebec. There is much more, but let me mention only one other thing. His nominator for this honor, Madam Justice Georgina Jackson of our own Court of Appeal, wrote about him as follows: "The curriculum vitae cannot disclose to the reader the kindness, generosity, humanity, and humility of the man, which I can say are traits evident to the observer after only a brief acquaintance." I concur with that assessment. For all this work, a gentle, kind man, but a giant in his chosen field, was awarded Canada's greatest civilian honor. In 1992, he was made a Companion of the Order of Canada, only one of 159 living Canadians to have been so honored. This afternoon, in the most special way that a university can do, we celebrate and honor the life and career of a distinguished contributor to the modernization of law around the world, a great citizen of Canada, a nation builder, the likes of which are seldom seen among us, a man whose contributions are simply legendary, a proud son of Saskatchewan, and a fine human being. Éminent chancelier, je vous présente Paul-André Crépeau et demande que vous remette le diplôme doctorat en droit honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of the province and with the consent of the Senate of this university, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Eminent Chancellor, Elder Linklater, MLA Schreimer, Board Chair Art Dumont, faculty colleagues, dear guests and friends. Welcome to Fall Convocation 2008. I am particularly pleased to welcome you to Convocation in this, our first year of our second century. Exactly 100 years ago, the Daily Phoenix, Saskatoon's early newspaper, reported that the Board of Governors had chosen Saskatoon as the site for the new University of Saskatchewan. At that time, we did not have any faculty, staff, or students. We did not yet have a campus, but at least we did have a hometown. The Daily Phoenix reported that the decision to locate the university in Saskatoon was celebrated with enthusiasm in our new hometown. Church bells were rung, and apparently several bonfires were lit. History does not record whether the fire department was needed, but it is fair to say that this was the university's first public celebration. Today, our celebrations are less dramatic, but no less important. And Convocation is the most important celebration of all. It is here that we come together and recognize in a very public way the achievements of our graduates and the contributions to their success of their families and friends. This day also marks the admission of our students to the University of Saskatchewan family of graduates worldwide. I can say to you that their record of achievement is a magnificent one, and I am confident that you will uphold and enhance that record in the years to come. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to the families of the graduates that are assembled today. We're delighted to have you with us. You have shared the joys and the hardships of your graduate in his or her journey leading to the success that we mark today. We share your pride, and we thank you very much for being here. Puis-je vous dire aussi que c'est un grand plaisir pour moi et un grand honneur d'accueillir Paul-André Crépeau à cette collation des diplômes. Ce Canadien distingué a été reconnu aujourd'hui comme un fils de la Saskatchewan qui a rendu meilleur notre pays et le monde. L'Université de la Saskatchewan est fière de le saluer, de l'honorer et de le remercier. It is perhaps a feature of aging that we become more conscious of the prominence of memory in our lives. Among my vivid and cherished memories are those of visits as a small child to my grandparents in Montreal, and frequent walks with my grandfather from his apartment on University Street to McGill Faculty of Medicine, where he served as professor of anatomy. These walks took us across the McGill campus with commentaries by my grandfather on the significance of buildings and other landmarks and the colorful university personalities associated with them. It is in part to these memories that I attribute a core value of my life. I love universities. I love the big ones and the small ones, the public and the private universities, the local and the distant, the old ones and the new ones. Like all human institutions, they have their peculiarities, vulnerabilities, and weaknesses. But their greatest strength lies in the fact that it is the merit of an idea that demands respect in a university, not a voice of command, a pronouncement on morality, or a threat of punishment. In a world that witnesses too many commands, pronouncements, and threats, institutions that value ideas, debate, and reasoned conclusions are beacons that give us confidence that we as human beings have a future and that it can be a bright one. That is why today should mean as much to you as my memories of my walks with my grandfather a half-century ago. You are the product of many influences in your lives, and today there is one more. You now come from an institution and a tradition that values ideas, debate, and discovery as an alternative to commands, pronouncements, and threats. That influence will shape your lives going forward, and I hope that you will come to cherish it as you face the uncertainties of the human experience. Graduates of the University of Saskatchewan, you can be confident of the preparation you have received here. Your success today is celebrated by all of us, families, friends, members of the university community, and of course yourselves. It is deserved success, and so it is justly marked and celebrated. But do remember, it is preparation for what is to come more than it is a conclusion for what has been. The purpose of education is the refinement of the mind, for your own benefit, to be sure, but also for the benefit of society. We need creative thinkers. We need people who are comfortable with decisions in a wide context. We need people who can communicate, reason, create, write, and speak. And we need people who can speak across the boundaries that sometimes divide us. In short, we need leaders. I hope you will not mind if I express the hope that many of you will find it in your hearts and minds to continue to build your lives in Saskatchewan. I know that your futures will take you where they must. I know, too, that nowhere are you needed more than you are in this beautiful province of ours. Walter Scott, the first Premier of Saskatchewan, referred to Saskatchewan as a big place that needs people with large dreams. This is as true today as it was when Premier Walter Scott made the observation 100 years ago. I hope yours are large dreams and noble dreams, and I hope they come true. Congratulations on the great success that today represents, and very best wishes for the future. Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor, Mr. President, members of the University Senate and Board, I present to you the petition of the Council of this university that the candidates to be named, having fulfilled all the requirements of the bylaws, may, with your permission, be admitted to the degrees and certificates to which they are entitled.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province and with the consent of the council of this university, I consent to admit you to the degrees and certificates to which you are entitled and to invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Would the graduands in the front row please rise and come to the platform?
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Agriculture and Bioresources, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness. I present to you Tanya Gleim, Jamie Gruza. Tiffany Gutsky. Russell Lawrence. Kyle Macol. Matthew Owens. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agribusiness. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Agriculture and Bioresources, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture. I present to you Jeffrey Adamson. Timothy Alt. Jeffrey Bennett. Stephen Buer. Wyatt Burnett. Jason Fair. Drew Fowler. Leah Fullerton. Arlene Sagan. Caitlin Golka. Kyle Jordette. Katie Lace. Lane Martinka. Amy Matus. Brennan MacArthur. Tolofilo Moachi. Irma Omariono. Nicholas Petruic. Ryan Porgamilla. Jason Sothert. Danielle Stevens. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Agriculture. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Science. Narasimha Rao Bandla. Alana Louise Dixon. Ravindra Hiendenia. Chipo Kangai. Delia Krina Marvragani. Elaine Jean Qualtier. Withana Gamaji Thushan. Allison Catherine Ward. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Master of Science in the College of Graduate Studies and Research.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the Edwards School of Business, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. I present to you Cody Robert Barnett. Dylan Palmer Botting with distinction. Jason Reed Brown. Dylan Michael Shute. Amanda Rose Cole with great distinction. Carolyn Teresa Sifra. John Thomas Early. Nicole Marie Gardner with distinction. Nasha Marguerite Guzik. Stephanie Ann Hill with distinction. Laura Michelle Hodgins. Ashley Levon Casis. Amy Janelle Conkle. John Cole Kuiak. Mark Joseph Andrew LePage. Taylor Jason Lesperance. He Ma with distinction. Xiaojing Ma. Stephen Arthur Mann. Lindsay Dawn Catherine McAllister. Colin Patrick McWhinney. Colby Marlene Neegum. Laura Corrine Pizzi with distinction. Kyle Andrew David Reed. Nathan Harold Rhodes. Aaron Scott Rourke with distinction. Michael William Schrader. Reagan Kemsley Staubel. Pamela Elizabeth Stewart. Frida Louise Sutherland. Dorothy Teese. Elma Chalo Vilena. Xiaoxi Wang. Stacy Ann Weisgaber. Tim Evan Wells. Go Martin Yip. Xinyang Zhang. Laura Michelle Zlotkin Leslie, with great distinction. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Commerce.
Emma Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Business Administration. I present to you Albert Arnold Adolph. Manuel Cavallan. Robert Daniels. Shankar Das. Sean Dory Georget. Josephine Marie McKay. Benita McNeil. Lois Ann Miller. Edmund Kalabi Mupandwa. Joshua Devon Sanfranetz. Kimberly Gail Schmidt. Dana Sue Marie Stoughton. David William Sullivan. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Master of Business Administration in the College of Graduate Studies and Research. Emma Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Professional Accounting. Rayhan Elwani. Karen Leah Berg. Aman Singh Baga. Kristen Demera Bose. Stephanie Diane Bolt. Stephen Alexander Brassard. Adele Elizabeth Kapchak. Caitlin Elizabeth Joy Clough. Kelly Christina Dawson. Allison Elizabeth Gerhardt. Krista Braun. Tammy Irene Hall. Christopher Ryan Harding. Ayaz Jessa. Maura Ann Kearney. Ryan James Carrig. Ashish Kolbe. Fauna Lee Kingdon. Sachi Kitazaki. William Barry Allen Lacton. Janice Lee. Amy Christine Lukovich. Michael Stewart McKinnon. Admas Madeire. Lindsay Marofsky. Lee Gregory Martin. Reed James McBride. James David McLennan. Timothy Neal McMillan. Unju Mehta. Albert Hock Chung Mo. Cassandra Ann Moore. Oyen Kansala Yasidi Obakoya. Ola Jamoke Abimbola Oni. Stephanie Regier Pankratz. Casey Ray Paulus. Christopher Lee Pollock. Lindsay Jane Rilkoff. Jason Gordon Shell. Jennifer Ann Schmidt. Brent Michael Smith. Ian McEachran Smith. Wenlei Tang. Michael James Tornopolsky. Daisy Yan. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Master in Professional Accounting in the College of Graduate Studies and Research. Thank you.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Education, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Education. I present to you Loretta Ann Bill, Aaron James Comerford, with distinction. Laurent Gerard Fontaine. Jolene Rochelle Jimmy. Karina Sophie Mason. Kimberly Lauren Missons. Trina Ann Mortson, with distinction. Ashley Chris Sylvester. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Education, I present to you this scholar and ask that you confer on him the degree of Bachelor of Education and Bachelor of Music in Music Education. Brennan Allen Risling. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Education, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the post-degree certificate in education, special education. I present to you Dagan Mallory Steves Clark. Jennifer Lynn Williamson. Yvette Marie. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you this scholar and ask that you confer on her the postgraduate diploma. Yvette Marie Arcond. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degrees of Bachelor of Education and the combined degrees of Bachelor of Education and Bachelor of Music in Music Education and the post-degree certificate in Special Education from the College of Education. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the College of Graduate Studies, I present to you this scholar and ask that you confer on her the degree of Master of Continuing Education. I present to you Sherry Lee Clemission. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the College of Graduate Studies, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Education. I present to you John William Carr. Noreen Audrey Chaboyer. Michelle Marguerite Shahuniak. Krista Ray Cochran. Jody Lynn Fraser. Danielle Yvette Eleanor Godet. Sharon Marie Hoffman. Hollis Ki Mo Lai. Sydney Maxwell Laskowski. Michelle Lorraine Loris. David Walter Lukanen. Patricia Ann McKay. Darren Orville McKee. Stacy Robin McCrae. Sarah Monique Myers. Randall Dale Schmaltz. Shauna Frances Tilbury. Dawn Patrice Toner. Craig Arthur Van Thyn. Donald James Vogt. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Master of Education in the College of Graduate Studies and Research.
Well, Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Engineering, I present to you today, as I always do during convocations, our excellent colleagues and scholars, and I ask you that you confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science in Engineering. I present to you the graduate of Agriculture and Bioresource Engineering, Christopher James Reed. Congratulations. Thank you. I present to you the graduate of Chemical Engineering, Jeanette Andrea Galetta. Congratulations. I present to you a graduate of electrical engineering, Zhong Fu Liu, who graduated with great distinction. All the best. Dennis Sharma. Zi Wang. I present to you the graduates of mechanical engineering, Sean Joseph Appleton. Matthew Gerald James Evans. Chun Yu Ng. Christine Kim Nguyen. Vidya Sagar Kaduru Reddy. I present to you the graduates from the program of postgraduate diploma, Irfan Unal. Lise Marie Reinhardt. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Science. I present to you Lakshmi Narayana Rao Bachu. Yes. Did I? Okay. Nancy Bauer. Denise Emily Chapman. Ying Chen. Elizabeth Ursula Gusta. Yong He. Pankaj Khanna. Jonathan Christian Peterson. Dipendra Rai. Anup Rana. Kimberly Mary Garway Tang. Alex Wang. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating these recipients of the degree of Master of Science in the College of Graduate Studies and Research. I wish I did that, but I have to ask my colleague to introduce the next recipient from the College of Kinesiology. Voila.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Kinesiology, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology. I present to you Ashley Ray Cheveldale. Lindsay Ray Ludbar with distinction. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Masters of Science in Kinesiology. Jennifer Lynn Forbes. Stefan Czakowski. Amber Dawn Mosevich. Please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Masters of Science in Kinesiology.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present these scholars and ask that you confer upon them the degree Master of Laws. Jessie Clarice Bidens. Congratulations, Jessie. On behalf of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, please join me in congratulating Ms. Bidens.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Medicine, I present to you this scholar and ask that you will confer on him the degree of Doctor of Medicine. Curtis Charles Chicoy. Please join me in congratulating the recipient of the degree of Doctor of Medicine. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Science. Megan Marie Craigs. Kurt Henry Nienaber. Michael Christopher Pastor. Devin Ryan Polachuk. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Master of Science in the College of Graduate Studies and Research. Got that backwards. We have one more. I apologize. You still have a degree. Jennifer Lindsay Putek. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in congratulating Jennifer on receiving the degree of Master in Science.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Nursing, I'm honored to present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Sarah Lua Aga, with distinction. Chelsea Lane Benedega. Janelle Marie Bansley, with distinction. Dolores Barbara Bain. Erin Marie Boyce, with distinction. Celeste Marie Briere. Crystal Dawn Carlson. Jessica L.Y. Chung, with distinction. Amanda Jean Child. Logan Boyd Chinsky. Heather Diane Clark. Laura Lee Gwyneth Conrad. Patricia Robin Couture. Shaylise Ray Cridland. Celine Schernick. Janet Marie Dahl. Coral Dawn Dahlman with distinction. Sheila Ann Dalsog with distinction. Janelle Marie Deshay. Dobrilla Mary Donald. Jessica Nancy Sunshine Dewick. Michelle Florence Fontaine. Stephanie Ann Fox. Savannah Marie Frank with distinction. Elise Marie Franke with distinction. Suzanne Colette Gabert. Maureen Marjorie Gabriel. Christina Leanne Geese with distinction. Did I say it right? Sorry, it was Christina Leanne Geis with distinction. Valerie Lynette Gerlich. Barbara Jean Germain. Brittany Noel Gibson. Carol Ann Goodmanson. Erin Patrice Haas. Patricia Gay Habermill. Carol Elaine Houstons with great distinction. Noel K. Hubbard. Julia Dawn Ingham. Virginia Colleen Graham Isley. Charlene Adele Johnner. Jana Lee Karmasnik. Nicole Catherine Jane Kendall. Christina Leanne Marie Ketzmarek. Colleen Lisa Leaney. Charlie Dawn Marie LePage. Lorianne Celeste Lucan. Catherine Hilda Malbuff, with distinction. Anne Marie Marcisson, with distinction. Sheila Nadine McGinnis. Krista Lee Dawn McKinley. Leanne Dawn McLeod. Kelly Marie Mercer. Tanya June Naisner. Bonnie Lee Nelson. Sheila Patricia Owens, with great distinction. Christina Lee Paulson. Desiree Janine Piche. Michelle Sandra Poitras. Shannon Lynn Priest. Jordan Michael Helmer Proctor. Kristen Joanne Richardson. Murray Michael Rikaloff. Bradley Warren Rode. Megan Danielle Rogers. Lisa Renee Roth with distinction. Katie Jo Rugg. Melissa Marie Schachtel with distinction. Kendra Michelle Scholhauser. Carrie-Anne Michelle Schultz. Melissa Dawn Silzer. David Theodore Spencer. Catherine Ann Sproxton. Lindsay Santa Ana. Shalane Taylor. Kristen Chantel Teese with distinction. Laura Lee Don Tebow. Tara Sharon Tutusas. Annette Joy Vaxvik. Jennifer Marie Wagner. Tanya Lee Weinberger. Erin Olivia Wiesbeck. Erin Lynn West. Maureen Janice Wilkinson. Deborah Grace Wingy. Carrie Ray Woods. Michelle Adele Wright, with distinction. Megan Chantel Sorn. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree Master of Nursing. I present Edna Miriam Beatty. Lisa Marie Bergen. Shauna Lee Davies. Nicole Clara Haggerty. Karen Louise Kawula. Yvonne Marie Labas. Kim Newton. Noelle Kimberly Rowatinsky. Karen Joanne Wormsbecker. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree Master of Nursing in the College of Graduate Studies and Research.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Science. I present to you Brenda Elaine Thompson. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Master of Science.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Science. Natasha Arsick. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipient of the degree of Master of Science in the College of Graduate Studies and Research. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Master of Veterinary Science. Caroline Louise Millens. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Master of Veterinary Science in the College of Graduate Studies and Research.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty in the College of Graduate Studies and Research, I present to you these scholars and ask that you confer on them the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I present to you Sarah Ann Armstrong. Catherine Mary Arnold. Chandrasekhar Charavaramath. Sylvia Lee Checkley. Carla Lynn Clark. Frank Deere. Michael John Dinsmore. Susan Eva Fowler Carey. Victoria Galushko. Elsa Gillian Hardy. Arlene E. Kent Wilkinson.
Benjamin Kutsruba. Sukbar Nain. Janice Colleen Pozlowski. Jason Paul Perpelkin. Bradley Dean Pinot. Michelle Phyllis Pritula. Irving Javier Ramirez Irosa. Sarah Teresa Wrigley McDonald. Manoj Kumar Singh. Sarah Katharina Steinbach. Just wait. Mohammed Vakil. Karina Luana Viju. Kathleen Sarah Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating the recipients of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in the College of Graduate Studies and Research.
Eminent Chancellor, in the name of the faculties, I ask you to grant the degrees and certificates in absentia to those students who have met the requirements to graduate, but were not able to be present today.
At the request of the faculties, I authorize these degrees and certificates to be granted.
The Goodspeed Award is presented to the most distinguished graduate at Convocation. This year's recipient is Laura Zlotkin Leslie. Laura entered the Bachelor of Commerce degree in the Edwards School of Business at the University of Saskatchewan in 2005 as a transfer student from McGill University. She completed courses for her Bachelor of Commerce degree at the university, was also a visiting student at McGill and Athabasca universities at that time. Along the way, Laura earned the following awards: University of Saskatchewan Faculty Association Scholarship, the University of Saskatchewan Scholarship, Guaranteed Transfer Scholarship, and the Golden Key Award. Laura majored in finance and earned her degree with great distinction. Laura plans on traveling before continuing with her studies, and that continuation involves plans on entering graduate studies in economics and then to obtain a law degree. Please join me in congratulating Laura Zlotkin-Leslie, Goodspeed Award winner, Convocation 2008.
Renee Babineau is the recipient of the College of Education's Most Outstanding Graduate Award for the Fall 2008 Convocation. He graduates today with great distinction. Renee began his education in his home province of New Brunswick, where he attended and graduated from Bonar Law Memorial High School, near his hometown of Rishabuktu Village. While in high school, he was involved in a variety of activities, including baseball and wrestling. After completing his first degree, a Bachelor of Business Administration at the University of Prince Edward Island, Renee worked in the Northwest Territories for 5 years. With the belief that a person is never too old to go back to school or to change careers, Renee decided to attend Aurora College at the age of 28 to fulfill his often pondered goal of becoming a teacher. During his time at college in Fort Smith, Renee was a very active volunteer for Aurora College and for the Fort Smith Recreation Center, engaging in activities associated with Literacy Week, Aurora College Week, Spring Camp, and elementary school assemblies. Renee has been recognized for his volunteer work, receiving the Town of Fort Smith Award in 2007. Renee is presently teaching grade 7 in the Dininyu School in Fort Resolution, Northwest Territories, and looks forward to a long and flourishing career as a teacher, preferably in the elementary grades. He tells us, "My goal for this degree was to do things right the second time. I understand how students may not really know what they want to do for the rest of their life upon graduating high school. I was one of them. My goal is to be an inspiration for all my students in the hope to capture and advance those students who may have lost interest or hope in the education system. Congratulations, Renee, with your attitude toward lifelong learning and your willingness to engage with community. You are already an inspiration." Although Renee could not be here today, please join me in congratulating him on this accomplishment.
Eminent Chancellor, I'm pleased to present the most distinguished graduate of the College of Nursing, Ms. Carol Houstons. She is the recipient of the University Prize in Nursing and the College of Nursing 70th Anniversary Award. Ms. Houstons grew up in Saskatoon. She's a graduate of the Aidan Bowman High School and epitomizes lifelong learning. Prior to entering the post-registration Bachelor of Science in Nursing program in 2005, she completed a diploma in psychiatric nursing from the Saskatchewan Institute of Applied Science and Technology at the Wascana site in 1989, and she graduated with distinction. With an advanced Bachelor of Arts degree majoring in psychology in 1987, she received this award from the University of Saskatchewan. Ms. Houstons is a passionate advocate for individuals with mental health and addictions problems and has been a longtime employee of the Saskatoon Health Region, where she is a nurse educator. She has practiced as a registered psychiatric nurse there also since 1989. In her current role, she participates in the establishment, maintenance, evaluation, and updating of the standards of care for individuals and families experiencing mental health and addiction problems. In addition to this demanding role, she has assumed the position of project manager for the new Irene and Les Dubé Center for Mental Health, a role that she is highly committed to seeing through to completion. And in doing so, she has put her plans for graduate studies on hold, but only temporarily. She has recently co-authored a paper that has been published in a prestigious peer-reviewed nursing publication. She is a cardiopulmonary resuscitation instructor, and she is an active member of the Saskatoon Health Region Ethics Committee. Ms. Houstons graduates today with great distinction and is a worthy recipient of the Most Distinguished Nursing Graduate at the 2008 Fall Convocation. We are proud of her accomplishments to date, and we look forward to great things from her in the future. On behalf of the College of Nursing and our faculty, it is my pleasure to formally congratulate and pay tribute to Ms. Houstons.
I'd like to introduce you to members of the university's faculty, staff, and alumni who have made outstanding contributions to our university and community. Would Angela Ward and Sarah Bueller please come forward? The Alumni Award of Achievement is presented to individuals in recognition of outstanding contributions to the profession, community, and the University of Saskatchewan. Mr. Russ Kisby, who died last year, is the posthumous recipient of the 2008 Alumni Award of Achievement. Mr. Kisby completed his undergraduate degree in physical education at the University of Saskatchewan. His early professional career was spent with the YMCA of Canada. In 1972, he joined the federal government-initiated program Participaction and served as its president for 22 years. With the relaunch of the program in 2006, he continued his involvement, this time as an advisor. Russ knew what it took to change the attitude of Canadians toward physical fitness and health. Considered one of the founders of health promotion program Participaction, he devoted almost a quarter-century to the organization, traveling the country and the world to work with governments, the media, volunteer organizations, and the private sector, promoting the long-term benefits of physical activity and a healthy lifestyle. His ability to move a nation earned him many accolades, including this year's Alumni Achievement Award. Throughout his career, he remained closely connected to his alma mater and its students. He and his wife, Merle, established the Kinesiology Aboriginal Student Award. His obituary in July 2007 in the Globe and Mail requested that donations be made in his name, to be followed by a brisk walk. Please join me in recognizing the many accomplishments of Russ Kisby. Angela Ward, professor in the Department of Curriculum Studies and assistant dean in the College of Education, is the recipient of the Master Teacher Award. This award was established to emphasize teaching excellence and outstanding contributions to the learning environment of the university. Dr. Ward completed her BA in English Language and Literature at the University of London in the UK, her Master of Education at UBC, and her PhD at the University of Victoria. Through more than 30 years of teaching and learning in Western and Northern Canada, Professor Ward has come to understand that education is about creating a learning community where students feel able to question their own assumptions, linking content to practical and professional knowledge, and to developing critical and creative perspectives on education. As a classroom teacher in British Columbia, Dr. Ward developed a commitment to supporting social justice for Indigenous peoples that has been a thread in her professional and academic activities throughout her 18 years at the University of Saskatchewan. As a teacher-educator, she helps student teachers focus on processes of learning, set educational goals, manage learning environments, and engage their own students. She envisions her work as preparing teacher candidates for work in an open, inclusive Canada that recognizes the varying rights and responsibilities of all members of our society. Would you please join me in congratulating Angela Ward? The award for distinction in outreach and engagement recognizes individuals who extend the university's expertise to the broader community. Sarah Bueller, a sessional lecturer in the College of Law, is the recipient for this fall. Ms. Bueller has made an exceptional contribution to the legal community through her involvement with the reestablishment of the Clinical Legal Education Program for the College of Law, and also her work in Saskatoon's inner-city community through Community Legal Assistance Services for Saskatoon Inner City, a not-for-profit agency and poverty law clinic known as Classic. Classic provides free legal assistance to low-income clients with a special emphasis on addressing the needs of the inner-city Aboriginal community. Ms. Bueller serves as executive director and supervising lawyer, overseeing the student lawyers, recruiting volunteer lawyers, and engaging the community. Her teaching and engagement efforts are described as having a powerful experience for students, most of whom have no other opportunity to become involved with Saskatoon's inner-city community. It's the kind of experience that brings the university into the community in a very concrete way. Sarah's outreach and engagement activities have had a substantial impact and long-term significance for the university, for the lives of clients, the inner city, and the broader legal community. Would you please join me in congratulating Sarah Bueller?
Eminent Chancellor, Mr. President, platform participants, graduates, and guests. As a proud member of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association Board of Directors, it is my honor to recognize the class of 2008 as graduates and welcome each of you as new members of the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association. You now join a group of distinguished graduates who have gone before you to change our world in significant ways. Our alumni value the quality of the education and experiences from the University of Saskatchewan and appreciate the impact the university has had on their success. Preserving and enhancing the reputation of your degree depends on your achievements and ensuring that you share your accomplishments with us throughout your lifetime. You are beginning your exciting chapter in your life as a member of the larger community of U of S alumni. You now have the responsibility to ensure that your degree from the University of Saskatchewan will always be a source of great pride, a sign of integrity, and a hallmark of excellence. Your Alumni Association provides an important link between you and your university. This relationship can help build your career, maintain lifelong friendships with people you've met during your time as a student, and provide opportunities for you to stay connected with this world-class institution. I encourage you to engage with the U of S alumni wherever possible and help us to strengthen this special bond around the world. Please know that more than 125,000 University of Saskatchewan alumni applaud your hard work and outstanding accomplishments. Your association looks forward to learning and celebrating along with you your future accomplishments. The U of S has been a place where great minds meet, and we look forward to meeting with you again. Congratulations to the graduates from the colleges and schools of Agriculture and Bioresources, Business, Education, Engineering, Kinesiology, Law, Medicine, Nursing, Pharmacy and Nutrition, Physical Therapy, and Veterinary Medicine. Welcome to the University of Saskatchewan Alumni Association.
This brings our convocation ceremony to a close, but before we do, I would like to thank a number of people. First, Glenn Gillis and the University Wind Orchestra. tenor vocalist Kaylee Harrison, Elder Walter Linklater, Jana Danielson, Convocation Coordinator, and all the members of her team in making these ceremonies a success. I would remind graduates and their families of the receptions which follow. Agriculture and bioresources, business and engineering, please meet in the Grand Circle lobby. Education, law, and veterinary medicine, meet east of the main lobby. Kinesiology, meet west of the main lobby. Medicine, nursing, pharmacy, and nutrition, meet in the Grand Circle lobby. Finally, to the graduates, enjoy today and savor your success. You have acquired an important key to your future, but your degree is not your only acquisition today. It combines with other important but less tangible benefits which have shaped you and will contribute to who you are in the future. For the rest of your life, you will retain a treasure of memories from your time at the University of Saskatchewan, of faculty who made a difference, of your fellow students and experiences, some enriching, a few perhaps somewhat dubious, but always you are learning. You are an alumnus of a proud and successful university. Take that legacy with you wherever you go. The University of Saskatchewan is the bond that unites us all, because we have all been touched in one way or another by our experiences as part of the university. Those who came before us established this bond. Now I ask you to help ensure that it remains strong in the future. Would you now please rise and join in the singing of God Save the Queen?